Hey everybody, and welcome back to a new video. So this is just a real quick video. As you can see, this is the stock camera that came with the ProMark GPS drone, and had a lot of people asking me for a wiring diagram, or if you could just use the Wi-Fi. So I kind of took it apart basically. If you look on the back side here, there's a whole bunch of little screws you have to take. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there's 4 around the dome here that you have to take off. And then here's what the actual inside looks like. So here's just the servo itself. That when the camera rotates, or when it articulates, it goes up and down. And you can see there's the little servo arm right down there. So this is the wire. This I guess it's brown, beige, white, red, and white. This is the one that controls the servo arm right here. This is just the piece that goes on the top where it kind of hooks on to the top, and then the little ball fits in here. And here is the actual camera itself. So this little guy right here, this kind of just sits in here. I'm going to kind of show you guys. There we go. So the camera just sits like that, and then it moves up and down like that. So this kind of just floats out like that. So here's your actual piece right here. This is the actual Wi-Fi board and everything like that. So it looks like you can actually take off the camera up here. Now I don't know if you can replace that with an HD camera. I'm not sure, but definitely you can take that camera off, and then looks like here's your Wi-Fi antenna, and then here's the actual cable that controls the Wi-Fi. It looks like it is the white, the blue, the black, and the red one. So this is the one that controls the Wi-Fi actually. So which is pretty cool. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to kind of take this out of here. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 more screws. I'm not sure how to get that unmounted there. They've got some glue here, so I'll have to kind of play around with that a little bit, but it looks like you can just kind of see, if you can kind of see under the shell there, that's where the wires are, and then they kind of run through the side here and then through here. So it looks like you can just remove this board, and then you can probably use some double-sided sticky tape and just put this on the bottom side of your drone if you still want the Wi-Fi, so you can get the telemetry from it. And then you can just plug this guy back in and then keep your action camera up there, which is pretty sweet. So that's kind of a cool little idea. So I'm going to kind of work with this a little bit more, guys. I'm going to get it a little bit further taken apart, and then I'll check back with you, and I'll let you know what I find out. Alright guys, so I was able to get the camera off of the board. So this is what the Wi-Fi camera looks like. And here's the there's a little piece right here. That's what basically holds that cable ribbon that comes off of here into the board. So once you slide that off, that slides right off. And then there's one small screw right here on the back of this guy that just holds the camera in place into here. So once I got that off there, what I did was I just basically plugged it straight in. You can see there's the Wi-Fi cable and everything like that. So that's kind of cool. And then now, as you look on my phone here, now you're not going to be able to actually see a video or anything like that, but you can see actually it's getting telemetry from the actual copter itself. It's getting the telemetry from the remote. It's telling me the GPS satellite signal is weak, and that's because I'm downstairs in my basement. So it does actually work, guys. So if you want to take off that camera, you can do that, and then it just circles and circles and circles like that, because it's not getting a Wi-Fi feed, of course, you know, back and forth. But you are getting telemetry from the actual drone itself, which is pretty darn cool. So that's a nice thing. So I'm imagining what you could probably do is, like I said, you could probably just take some double-sided sticky tape, and you could probably actually, let me turn this around so you guys can see it. You can probably just take this and kind of like sticky tape it over here to like the side. Let me get this up a little bit better so you guys can actually see. There we go. So you can actually probably just take some sticky tape and just put this Wi-Fi antenna like over here on like the leg, or you can put some sticky, and you can see it's actually getting power because there's a red light there. So there, you can just probably just stick that right there, and then you could attach that Wi-Fi antenna cable like this, something like that. So we would actually get better reception, and then you can just put your camera gimbal right over it. So let's see if I can get this to actually fit over it, just like the stock one did. There we go. Okay. So that's slid in place there. So you might actually have to put the Wi-Fi antenna back here on the back leg like that. See how it's kind of, sorry, the video's kind of crummy, but how the feed comes out of the back there, and then you could just double sticky it right there on the side, or you could double sticky it back here, or right here by the battery somehow, and then you could just use like a tie wrap and just tie your Wi-Fi antenna straight like that, so you'd actually get better reception like that. So I don't know, we're gonna have to have to take this all apart, sticky it, and get it all nice and in place. But I mean, it is working. I'm getting telemetry from my drone, so you can see, like I said, it's telling me that it's waiting for a GPS signal, but you can see that we're getting telemetry from the copter. Let me push that. Sorry, I'm trying to video two things at one time. So I'm getting telemetry up here from, there we go, from the remote and the battery and everything like that. So that's kind of a cool thing. I'm really liking that. This is all the parts. There's the screws. Here's the back servo motor. This is what controls the tilt of the camera. This is the top part that kind of goes on the top like that and sits right in just like that. And then here's the front plate where the camera sits back behind here, and then here's the shell. Now, another thing I had a lot of people ask me about, and I may try and possibly configure this, because this is small enough for a small FPV camera like one of these on my Tiny Whoop, right? And this is 5.8 gigahertz. This isn't just 2.4 gigahertz. So I'm wondering if maybe, just maybe, possibly might be able to somehow get an FPV camera in here, attach it, and then, you could always take out that servo motor right there, because really don't need that. And then you could just have your FPV in there. Now, I don't know if this plastic is going to mess up with the FPV signal, but it's definitely something worth checking out. I don't know if I'll do something like that or not, but it's definitely something worth checking out. So, but I am going to test this Wi-Fi theory of mine. I'm going to see if it works or not. I'm wondering if the Wi-Fi that comes from the camera will interfere with the Wi-Fi from that. So that's kind of the only other thing that kind of worries me. But guys, I hope you enjoyed that short thing. You wanted to see what the camera looked like, and like I said, we'll do another video and test it all out and see just how well it works or doesn't work. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys, and talk to you later.